to him about what's going on in the Neverworld camp and all the things he's working on and kind of pick his metal brain, if you will. He actually is friends with both of us on Facebook, and I'm sure he regrets that. We'll ask him that later on in the program. And, of course, we got album reviews coming up in a little bit, but it wouldn't be an episode of According to Metal unless we discuss Biv's best band you never heard of. Am I right, Biv?
Absolutely, no.
It's time to get into that. Biv, let's go.
Let's do it.
Biv's best bands
you've never heard of.
All right, well, this week I chose a band called Spellcaster, which I absolutely, when I listened to their stuff, I loved, and it really kind of took me back to, now, as you may recall, Jason, the only perfect score I've given to any album release this year was the most recent release by Holy Grail. And when I listened to these guys, I went, wow, this is really kind of in that vein. And little did I know, without doing a little further research, that in fact Spellcaster is one of the bands on the bill of the Holy Grail tour.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, I didn't either. And I went, wow. And well, what a coincidence. But then I thought, well, it's not really a coincidence. It's probably designed that way. And Spellcaster, let me tell you something. These guys have some songwriting ability and musicianship that will blow you away. What I love even more is the fact that they're from the United States, which, you know, I think, Jason, you and I will both agree that if we were to really kind of determine where the great metal was coming from these days, it's Europe.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, not even a question. South America,
overall.
maybe a little bit, Asia, a little bit of America.
And there's some good American metal bands, but man, Europe kicks ass. And the band Europe kicks ass too, but especially
especially when they perform the final countdown for the 10,000th time. But, you know, in all seriousness, with these guys being from the U.S., I was really excited. And so in researching them and listening to them, you know, they have a CD called Night Hides the World, which I'm a big fan of. Aria, which is the track that leads off the CD, is phenomenal. The whole CD is phenomenal. They're on tour, like I said, with Holy Grail. I did try to reach out to them as well and you know, say, hey, you know, we're going to feature you on the band, you know, on Biv's Best Band, but, you know, they're probably right in the middle of a tour, have better things to do, bigger things to do, and, you know, we'll get them on eventually. But what a phenomenal CD. Support these guys, buy it, see them if they come to your town. Great band.
Well, I got to tell you, man, like, I mean, Eli Santana's a friend of the program, as you know, and of course has been a guest here on According to Metal. Why don't we just have Eli say, hey, jackass, you need to be on According to Metal. Just have them go right to the band and just say, hey, Biz's been trying to get a hold of you. Why don't we do that?
Well, I did that.
That didn't work?
No, I actually sent Eli a message several days ago. Haven't heard back from him.
Yeah, Eli hates us now. Never mind.
So, no, actually, he hasn't been on Facebook. So
that's weird.
I think Eli's on some kind of like Facebook hiatus.
Really?
Yeah. So, but when he does, I'm sure he'll hook up with the guys. And actually, Eli, if you recall, had our best ever band story.
Oh, yeah. If you didn't get a chance to hear our interview with Eli Santana from Holy Grail, go back and do it. It's a must-hear interview. It's
phenomenal. So what I'd like to do now is I totally have to get Spellcaster onto the show to give us an Eli Santana story.
Yes, be perfect.
So I'm looking for that. I'm searching for that. I'm out there promoting for that. So I will get them on the show because I want an Eli Santana story now.
Yeah, exactly.
I want like some kind of drunken tour bus story.
Oh, yeah, where Eli exposes his genitals to somebody. That's my guess.
Or to nobody.
It's true. It could just be well, someone would have to see it. But anyway.
Well, I guess maybe a security camera at a truck stop. I don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
But, I need that story in my life. So it's going to happen.
So, Spellcaster, not only are you Biv's best band we've never heard of before, but you are also somebody who has to be on the show for multiple reasons. A, we'd love to promote your band. B, you need to give us a scoop on crazy shenanigans involving Eli Santana.
Agreed.
But speaking of Aria, that is, of course, the track we're going to play for you off of Spellcaster's most recent album, Night Hides the World, a must-hear band and Biv's best band you never heard of. It's Aria, first single off of the album. Check it out.
Memories, they were meant for you. I threw them in the sun.
That was Aria from Spellcaster. This episode's Biv's best band you've never heard of. Make sure you check these guys out. Off of their album, Night Hides the World, Aria is the opening track off of the album. First time I've ever heard it. First time probably maybe you've ever heard it. That's the whole point of doing Biv's best band you've never heard of. I'm going to check out the rest of the album because Biv doesn't let me down. He doesn't let you down. He scours the interwebs to find the best bands you've never heard of, just like Spellcaster. And, of course, joining us later on in the episode is going to be Ben Colton from Neverworld, who also happened to be a band that we'd never heard of up until he sent us his stuff. There's a novel idea. So if you are in a band, or if you know of a band that's out there, and you think you need to be heard, you think you are of the caliber of Neverworld and of the caliber of Spellcaster, that you too, maybe, just maybe, could be the next Biv's best band you never heard of, well, send us your stuff. We'd love to check it out, love to review it, love to learn more about your band. Just send us an email with your stuff at accordingtometal@gmail.com. That is accordingtometal@gmail.com. Send us your stuff. We will check it out. We'll listen to it. If we dig it, you, yes you, and your band could be the next Biv's best band we've never heard of.
Hello, this is Ben Colton from Neverworld, and you are listening to According to Metal! Thank you.
What's funny is we like to do as many reviews as we can on a show. We usually do 4, sometimes 5. It all depends on what's going on. This episode, I should say, we're doing 3. Why? Well, while there's some good albums to discuss, there ain't many. So we got some coming out on the horizon here in August and September. But for now, we got 3 pretty cool albums we want to share with you and give you our thoughts and opinions on. So it's time for some metal reviews. Let's go, Biv.
It's time for new metal album reviews.
That was 7 Stars from Fate's Warning off of their most recent album, Theories of Flight. An album we have been sitting on for a month that we really wanted to review with you. In fact, Biv and I, behind the scenes talking, said, hey, first show we do, we got to do Fate's Warning's most recent album. And Fate's Warning's album, by the way, is interesting to say the least. In fact, a couple of years ago, I think 2015, about a year ago or so, Ray Alder, lead singer, was interviewed, and when people are asking, hey, what's up with the new Fate's Warning album, he was like, well, we got to stop being lazy. That's the only reason why we haven't done anything new. Because, of course, the last album they released in 2013 was Darkness of a Different Light. So it took a little bit for them to come out with Theories of Flight, 3 years in the making. And I'll tell you what, Fate's Warning is the kind of band that has always been a mixed bag for me. I like them, I don't like them. I like this song, but this album kind of fell flat for me. But I will say that my love and respect and appreciation for progressive metal has definitely grown throughout the years, and considering Fate's Warning is considered kind of a cornerstone band of progressive metal, you know what? New album. Let's give these guys a chance one more time to see if I can welcome them into my metal heart, if you will. I got my thoughts and opinions on Theories of Flight, but Biv, what say you about Fate's Warning's newest album, my friend?
Well, before I go into the actual dissecting the actual album itself, I kind of need, we've never really talked about this on the show, but for me, Fate's Warning was, when I first heard the term progressive metal,
they were Dream Theater and Fate's Warning, man. Were the two.
That was it.
Yeah.
They were the two. And I fell in love with Dream Theater on Images and Words. And, the people that were into Dream Theater said, well, you got to check out Fate's Warning. And so I did. And I considered him to be a poor man's Dream Theater.
Yeah, I get that. Especially at that time.
Exactly. Ray Alder's voice just didn't stack up. Here you had this dynamic range of James LaBrie, and then you had Ray Alder. And I know there were some classic albums that came